Might I just say, at the outset, that it's been a quiet week in Allen Park. And as Easter approached, my mind turned to the concept of renewal, so central to its Anglo-Saxon pagan origins. At first blush, in the Northern Hemisphere, the theme of renewal is obvious, because there are little baby lambs, in springtime, mint sauce, and these are linked to chocolate eggs, in a way, that I don't quite understand, and can't be asked to look up. But this idea of new life happens in many ways, that are not necessarily seasonal. For instance, at the outset, our neighbors across the road, planted a new lawn. Now that cunt hasn't been speaking to me, since my little doggy crapped on their front doorstep last Christmas. So the morning after the transformation, I went over there in my dressing gown. I walked into the middle of their front lawn, surveyed the verdant expanse, took a deep breath, gently dropped my pajama pants, and, joyously, laid a steaming turd in the middle of their nice, new, fucking, lawn. It was one of those sights, to make your whole day, if not your whole week. So renewal happens even in our topsy-turvy world. Like my newspaper. For years I have been crapping on, writing drivel, with nobody really giving a shit. Then that cunt, Cronin, started telling me that I had better stop pretending to be Garrison fucking Keeler, with my quaint little stories, and start earning my wage as a proper fucking journalist. He seems to be forgetting that I used to be editor of this peasant, parochial, newspaper. But thankfully Brett has now been appointed editor, from a newspaper worse than this one, and that pussy dare not tell a former editor as eminent as myself, how to suck chocolate eggs. So I feel renewed. Reborn even. And I'm back to writing the same old rambling crap about that little bit of the world that I call Allen Park. I am now struggling to fill my full-page column, but thankfully I found Steve Martin's book that had been lying around the house for ages, waiting for me to cut and paste it into my column. We were also lucky enough to have the G20 last week, so there is lots that I can quote from that, even if it has fuck all to do with Steve Martin or Easter. Drugs had killed people, and so had Charles Manson. That's a nice cheerful note on which to wish you all a happy fucking Easter.